Why do people vote? It's a question that has puzzled experts for decades. An individual casts a single ballot. This ballot holds the potential to shape the future of a nation. Some are drawn by a deep sense of civic duty. Others express their political identity. External factors also shape voter behavior. For many, the act of voting is deeply intertwined with a sense of civic duty. These individuals view voting not just as a right, but as an obligation, a fundamental act of citizenship. They believe that participating in the democratic process is essential for a healthy and functioning society. This sense of duty often stems from a belief in the collective good. They see voting as a way to contribute to a better future for all, not just for themselves. This sense of social responsibility is often passed down through generations. Children who grow up in households where voting is emphasized as a civic duty are more likely to internalize this value and carry it with them into adulthood. The belief in the importance of civic duty serves as a powerful motivator for these voters. In an increasingly polarized political landscape, voting has become a powerful means of self-expression. For many, the act of casting a ballot is not just about choosing a candidate or a party. It's about aligning themselves with a set of values, beliefs, and ideologies. This phenomenon, often referred to as identity politics, has become a defining feature of modern elections. Voters are increasingly drawn to candidates and parties that they perceive as representing their own social, cultural, or economic group. This sense of collective identity can be particularly strong among minority groups who may feel marginalized or underrepresented in the political process. For these voters, their vote is not just a political act, it's a statement of their existence, a declaration of their right to be heard. While identity politics can be a powerful force for mobilization, it can also contribute to societal divisions. The act of voting, for many, is an empowering experience. It's a chance to have their voices heard, to make a difference in the direction of their community and their country. This sense of empowerment is particularly strong among those who feel marginalized or disenfranchised. For these individuals, voting can be a way to reclaim their agency, to assert their right to participate in the democratic process. Furthermore, the act of voting itself can have a transformative effect on individuals. Studies have shown that people who vote are more likely to engage in other forms of civic and political participation. This suggests that voting is not just a means of expressing one's political preferences, it's also a catalyst for further engagement in the political process. By participating in elections, individuals develop a sense of ownership over their government. Section 5. Conforming to the norm, social pressure and voting. Social pressure plays a subtle yet powerful role in shaping voter behavior. Individuals often feel compelled to vote, or to vote in a particular way, to conform to the norms of their social circles. This pressure can come from family, friends, colleagues, or even the broader community in which they live. In many social groups, voting is seen as a social expectation, a sign of good citizenship and social responsibility. Individuals who choose not to vote may face disapproval or even ostracism from their peers. This pressure to conform can be particularly strong in close-knit communities where social ties are strong. Social media platforms can create a sense of social pressure to vote, as individuals see their friends and acquaintances sharing their voting experiences. Section 6. Media's grip shaping perceptions and choices. The media wields enormous influence over public opinion and voter behavior. Through news coverage, analysis, and commentary, the media shapes how individuals perceive political candidates, parties, and issues. The media's influence stems in part from its ability to filter and select information. With a constant deluge of news and events, media outlets must make choices about what to cover and how to cover it. These decisions, often driven by factors such as newsworthiness, audience interest, and editorial biases, can have a significant impact on how the public perceives political issues. In the digital age, the rise of social media has further complicated the media landscape. Social media platforms have become important sources of news and information for many individuals, but they also serve as echo chambers. Section 7. The art of persuasion, political campaigns and voting. Political campaigns are masters of persuasion, employing a range of strategies to sway voters' opinions and mobilize support for their candidates, from targeted advertising to carefully crafted speeches to sophisticated data analytics. Campaigns invest significant resources in understanding of voter psychology. One of the key strategies employed by campaigns is micro-targeting, which involves using data analytics to identify and target specific groups of voters with tailored messages. Campaigns also understand the power of emotional appeals. They often use storytelling, imagery, and music to evoke emotions such as hope, fear, anger, or patriotism. Endorsements from celebrities, politicians, or community leaders can lend credibility to a candidate and persuade voters who are undecided. Section 8. Emotions in the voting booth. Anxiety, aspiration, and anger. Emotions play a powerful, often underestimated role in shaping voter behavior. While voters may believe they are making rational, informed decisions, their choices are often influenced by a complex interplay of emotions. Anxiety and fear can be potent motivators for voters. When individuals feel uncertain or threatened, they may be more likely to vote for candidates who promise stability, security, or a return to a perceived better time. Aspiration and hope can also drive voters to the polls. Voters who are optimistic about the future may be more likely to vote for candidates who promise change, progress, or a brighter future. Anger and dissatisfaction with the status quo can also be powerful motivators for voters. Section 9. Decoding the voter's mind. Implications for the future. Understanding the psychology of voting is crucial for fostering a more informed and engaged electorate. By recognizing the complex interplay of factors that influence voter behavior, we can develop more effective strategies for promoting voter participation. One of the key implications of this understanding is the need for greater voter education. Many voters lack basic knowledge about political candidates, parties, and issues. By providing voters with accurate and unbiased information, we can empower them to make more informed decisions. Furthermore, we must address the spread of misinformation and disinformation, which can distort voters' perceptions and undermine trust in democratic processes. This knowledge is essential for safeguarding the integrity of our elections and promoting civic engagement.